Hello guys, now I will try to solve the is graph bipartite. Given an undirected graph, return true if and only if it's bipartite. Recall that a graph is bipartite if we can split its set of nodes into two independent subsets A and B, such that every edge in the graph has one node in A and another node in B. The graph is given the following form. Graph I is a list of index j for which the edge between nodes I and j exists. Each node is an integer between 0 and the graph length minus 1. There are no self-edge or parallel edges. Graph I does not contain I and it doesn't contain any elements twice. Actually, this problem is easy, but only after you understand what the graph is represented. Let's see the input. What does this input mean? Actually, it means there is edges between 0 and 1, and between 0 and 3, because 0 is the index, and which means such as this is the index 0, right? These elements means the nodes have edges between that index and this node. So that you can see 0 and 1 have edge, 0 and 3 have edge. And this, the index is 1, right? 1 has index with 0, and 1 has index with have edge with 2. So now you understand how this graph is represented. We can do it by coloring, try to coloring the nodes. How? Because if you can color this graph into two colors, such as blue and red, you can split this graph into two, bipartite. That's the idea. So how to do that? We can use BFS, both BFS or DFS, and in this solution I will use DFS. I will try to color the node. If it can color, such as we can color into blue, then we will try to color its neighbors into red. If we cannot color them, which means this cannot be split into two parts, which means it's not bipartite. Okay, so we need first nodes. How many nodes is graph have? Okay, it's nodes, and we will try to color them, right? Colors int nodes. Okay, and for int I into 0 I less than nodes I plus plus. Okay, if colors I equal to 0, which means we haven't colored this node, and DFS graph colors. We will try to color it into 1, which means red, and the blue will be -1. And this node is I, right? If we cannot color it, we just return false. And finally, we return true. Okay, let's write DFS. Boolean DFS. This will be graph. And this will be colors. This will be the color, and this will be the node. Okay. If the node have been colored not equal to 0, we just return these colors if the same color as the color we want to color it. Yeah, do you understand? If we have colored this node before, it should be the color that I want to color it. Okay. Else, if haven't been colored, I will color this node into the color. Okay. Then for int neighbor will be the graph node, which means the neighbors. We will try to color it into another color, right? If DFS graph colors, we just use negative color, which means opposite color, and the neighbor. Okay, if we cannot collect, right, we just return false. If we can color all these nodes, we simply return true. Okay, so that will be done. Okay. Okay, thank you for watching. Happy coding.